job, buddy. You run right there.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live at a charge for a whole lot of fun. The No-Toad Racing League winds up their 22nd season, and their premier feature, the Xfinity Series, is going to be on tap tonight for Daytona. And no doubt, everybody has eyes on Davey Hendricks as the 22nd season champion with a huge points lead at the moment. But it is, nonetheless, they have the last race ready to go. I'm joined in the broadcast booth by Kyle Grash. Kyle's been the best number two. Here's my number two that I've ever seen out there. So, or number one. What is it? Number one? What does Austin Powers say? Is it my number one or number? I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's my mini-me, and he's ready to go. Kyle, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good tonight. I'm looking to see if Davey Hendricks can come out and do the old 5 in a row here.
5 in a row, 9 wins on the season. That would be insane to see. We're gonna take a look at the points. They don't really matter right now because Davey's got a good lock in. He might get disqualified. No, I'm totally joking. Davey Hendricks, 8 wins on the season through 11 races. He's got 10 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and started 10 races. It's insane. So Jason Benson's close second to Ollie Turn. So that's going to be the battle we're looking at today. Is who's going to be able to have enough spots in between them. Benson, Turin, Sargent, Allen, Dixon, all of those drivers looking for top 5s. I'm curious to see what's happening. Hopefully you're all enjoying the day today. Let's go over that starting grid because we got a different pole sitter today. Jason Benson's going to be your pole sitter with Ollie Turin to his outside. Davey Hendricks looking at the back bumper of the 42 here. What do you think? Davey pushes Benson for a little bit or Ollie for a little bit and decides a little bit later on to come in. Matt Piercini's going to be his outside of hay. Dustin Barton, Alan Dixon, row number 3, James Lawson, Will Jester, Nick Biddy, Christopher Harrison in row number 5, Joseph Divide, and Sid Kashishian out there. Big field today for this field. Kyle, your next rows, brother.
Yeah, next row starts with Marshall Harris. Behind him, we have John Nodge Crutchley in 14th. 15th place, we got John Barton, the Canadian Mobile. We got Michael McCuskey, 16th. We got Terry Brooks in the 23. He's got the Tasmanian Devil on there. Starting 17th, you got AJ Binish. Starting in 18th, you got JC John Campbell all the way from Upside Down Land in 19th. You got Al Corey, hates racing here. In 20th, you got Brian Cooper coming out tonight with a special scheme, running the straight yellow car. He's only ever run a white car or a black base for the Iowa scheme, so trying out something new tonight. Got Mike Koravu in the 77, and then we have Alex Goff bringing up the rear of the field in the 00.
Goff trying to play no football today. I like the name Goff only because some of my favorite football players are there. Ollie Perrin's going to be on the outside here. Maybe a little interesting fact going on with this race. 80 laps for the drivers, and the track temperature is the big key here. It's very, very cold, and we're not going to see the track temperature really heat up because of how big it is. So 75 degrees on the track temperature means that it's going to match the air temperature pretty well, and the tires are going to have a lot of grip, so a lot of speed. Plus, with the cars being 65% lighter, they're going to be a little dicey into the corners on the rear end of the car. 4 sets of tires, 1 fast repair. Partly cloudy skies ain't playing a factor. 14-mile-an-hour wind, though, from the back stretch to the front stretch. That could shake up the cars as they get in the corner. James Wormsley, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate everybody on Facebook for the Signature Esports platform. We are live on the No-Toad Racing League YouTube channel as well. I have to say that because I this is the one and only exception after the partner that I'm making for this. So the Path to Partner has put me on Facebook's radar, and absolutely love it. But I'm very, very grateful to be able to still call the championship race here for the No-Toad Racing League. As Benson gets the green flag, they're ready to go. 80 laps for the drivers.
We got Ollie Turin up here working the outside, but right on the outside, or on the inside of him, is Jason Benson. Jason Benson, anytime we bring the NTRL cars onto Super Speedway, he's one to watch, so it's going to be a scary factor here for the rest of the race here. It's going to be the biggest upset, I think, to Davey for getting out here and potentially going for 5 in a row, so watch out for the 42 car the rest of the night.
42 full sent into that corner. 24 goes high. Piercini trying to make some things work. Bumper to bumper action so far as turn 3. Beyond Meat 200 brought to you by, John the Nudge Crutchley back here. 48 wanted me to say Beyond Meat and the future of protein because I'm allergic to everything that's in that.
I was going to ask if you've tried it, and I'm assuming since you're here, you have not.
I can't. I have a gluten allergy, and they have a lot of binders in that are all wheat-based, so I cannot. I would love to, but I cannot. There's a lot of beef that I can't even have either because of how it's fed. But loud racetrack here. Super Speedway speeds are super huge. Oh, man, I tell you what, Idiot looks like he's going to be dropping back, got kind of pushed out of line, got to cycle back a little bit here, is going to do so. Hendricks back, rejoining around 13. 23 gets a big run to the back bumper. Terry Brooks right there with him. Tasmanian Devil looking fantastic. Piercini out front of the 42 and a little shake and bake on the outside. Holy cow, they are loose and loose. I talked about these cars being lighter with that fuel, and it's showing because they cannot get their rear ends lined up to save the life of them.
Yeah, talking about Matt Parasini, he's running a throwback car to his grandpa Norm. That he ran this car in the Memorial race that he sponsored season 20 when we were running the ARCA cars on Sunday. So this is a car that I believe either Matt and his grandpa drove on the dirts. So cool to see him out here and giving a good run out here for his grandpa Norm.
Well, Apex Designs on the side of it, folks. Yes, it is a little bit loud. Racetrack is going to be loud. We're going to compete with it all night. Fastest lap of the race ran by the 22. He had a 47.54 last lap as McCuskey looks to try to capitalize that. We're going to see the 47s. We're going to see the 46s. We might even see the 45s. We'll see what happens as the racetrack gets some rubber, gets some grip. Good to see you all out there. Apparently, I like my own stream. Who did that? Who did that?
Back.
Who did that? Who's my admin that liked my stream? Love you. You're amazing.
Yeah, Matt Parasini now second in line behind Ollie Turin, giving him a good shove here off in the corner. But like you said before, this track is really hard to get in line and push. So if you can get to that back bumper, you can get comfortable kind of pushing, getting in that beach ball, and kind of getting your line out. That's going to give your line a lot of speed here. But also one of the big problems here is when you're lined up behind somebody, you kind of lose sight of where you're going. It gets very, very easy to get out of line and potentially run up maybe half a groove and tag somebody, and that's going to cause a big one.
Here's a look at it. Here's the McFly on the outside. Marshall taking a look at what's in front of him as Kaseshian looks to the outside. Outside lane's a little bit easier. The big check up there. Good to get out of the brake or get on the brakes. A lot of brake riding. But here's Matt Piercini behind the race leader. If there was somebody in Ollie's view here, he's not seeing anything. Jason Benson right behind. Can't even see the race leader. He's off to the pole sitter having to kind of keep his head a little bit below the left rear quarter panel of the 24 in front of him to be able to see what's going on. James Lawson looking at the same thing in front of him. Alan Dixon trying to side draft his way to the front. Look at that run. Little gyro cam for the drivers. Here's what it looks like.
Yeah, looking at Alan Dixon here, looking on the outside. Alan, he's got a car coming to his outside, looking at a run here. Goes in, locks in behind him, but yeah, Alan Dixon looking out the front of this car. You kind of see the gyro cam here going into these corners and just kind of seeing how this transition works with just this banking and how easy it is to kind of lose sight of where your car is in relation to others around you. So very, very challenging they do out here, especially when you get in a big pack and you're got about 5 cars ahead of you and 5 cars back, and there's no easy out of the situation.
38-degree banking at Daytona. I do believe that's going to be the max. Rob Van Ness, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. I will say also that the not just with the banking here, but on the exits, and you'll notice, and this is something to pay attention to when you're qualifying here, on the outstretch of the race line, you see kind of a downhill drop out of the corner exit. That helps you carry speed through the corner on the high side. So that's when you see a lot of these drivers run the high side on qualifying, because you get a ton of speed on corner exit. Right about here, it drops down, and then they carry. Look at that speed on the outside. He's getting a good shot from behind, but that's the speed that you're looking at as these two drivers try to get back. 0-2. Ollie Turin, Matt Piracini. Roll Tide. Nah, I tell you what, I think we're going to have some Iowa fans very happy because got a big yellow car back there. I can't. I'm a Tar Heel, and I got to root for Iowa every once in a while because we're at. Tyler Merritt, thank you for becoming or for liking. Nathan Dillon, thank you for the like out there as well. Thank you all to you all very much, folks. I appreciate you as always. Go back to the timing tower. Let's see where your drivers are at and what they're driving. Because that's important.
Yeah, speaking back here, I want to go to the 19 car of Sid Kashishian. His car that he came up with. He's been looking at cars to kind of come up with a kind of a spoof paint scheme for, and he came up. Oh, we got trouble. We got crashed in the back. He's lost. He's got turned up the bumper for the 14 car.
No caution as long as people stay low. 14's going to stay low. Sideways a little bit, sideways a little bit, sideways a little bit. Good to go. Lawson still back. Everybody's still green. See what happened here for the 9 car real quick as they continue to move forward. I think the 9 came across the nose. He did. He just came across the nose of the 14 there. But we are good to go still. Still green flag racing. He's still trying to get off the grass. He's about to go a lap down. I was going to say, I think he was trying to do some donuts there. Very tough to get off the grass here. Once you hit the grass, well, you know the phrase. A is G. That's my parents would say. Well said. Ollie Turin, Matt Piercini, Dixon, Benson, Harrison, Corvo, and Kasishian. You were talking about Sid. Let's go back here real quick to his car. 19, Sid's Bullet.
Yeah, so he's come to me a couple times with kind of paint scheme ideas, and for this, for the Xfinity car moving forward, he came up with using Kyle Petty's Coors Light car, where it would say Silver Bullet on the side, and we came up with the Sid's Bullet, kind of with that offset 19 in reference to the 42 that he used to drive with it. So he's got the Kyle Petty throwback, and I also run a Kyle Petty throwback in my 87 car and my ARCA car. So we're showing a little bit of Kyle Petty love out here.
Kyle Petty, nothing wrong with that guy. He's full sent himself. 33-83, utilizing the outside lane. I bet that was Jess out there giving this thing a like. I kind of hope it was. Because if not...
we got contact in the front.
Oh, 83, a little free. 33 up the line. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Oh, man, they're still working it.
Yeah, good save by everybody up there. It looks like Dixon kind of got a little bit out of line, or maybe the 24 got tagged and moved him off the bottom, but the 33 and the 24 definitely made contact, and they had a big move there going on after contact. They luckily they saved it, and we were able to keep this race green.
Imagine the leaders wrecking the field. That would take a lot of fast. Whoa, man! I'm talking about side drafting here. It works, but these are high horsepower, low downforce vehicles here. That the weight is the most important factor of them. And right now, you're most definitely seeing that come into play, because the moment you start taking air off of that the nose of that car, that weight sets it back down, and they're very heavy. And I mean, very, very heavy. Good to see you all out there. No, to give us a like out there or giving us a share. Thank you very much, Mike Arnie. Thank you very much as well. Much love, Mike. How you doing, brother? Good to see you out there. Thank you to everybody doing yourself some justice. You are awesome. I don't know if my shares are not. We're going to test a share here, folks, because they should be working. There you go. They are working. Now they're working.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back. We got 1960. Got turned off the front bumper of the 22. He's up into the grass, and he's heading towards the inside wall.
Doing so. Super speedways are tough. Same spots. Still green flag racing. It's part of the race. That if you get off the racing surface and you are not sideways, I mean, great job by holding on to it. But, man, here's a look at it one more time. We're going to back up. We have to back up just a little bit as these drivers do it. Now, we're going to start getting into the green flag pit stops here. He got turned from the high line here. A little far chase here for you folks, real quick. And I mean real quick. 22 to the back bumper. Big check up. Having 33 up into the wall. Check up. 22, nowhere to go. Boom, boom.
Cars coming around. We got Joe David. He's heading towards the inside wall currently in the backstretch. Same thing just happened. He hit the inside tire barrier and the inside wall.
Holy goodness gracious. Probably some of the luckiest racing that you're getting right now.
Everyone's kind of spinning off of the racetrack here, so we're eliminating a lot of drivers here, but we just had a caution thrown out by the admins there for having a 2-car accident.
Admin caution thrown. Man, we're getting there. All right, let's take a look at this one. We were trying to get to the end of that incident here, folks. Tell you what, they were getting dicey. It started looking that way. Car's getting lighter. The weight of the car setting in. The tires starting to wear out. 6 up high. Ooh, 77. Whoa. I don't know what happened to the 77 there. Or is that the... Yeah, that's a Mike. Was that Mike? Mike looked very checked up there. Let's take a look. I think he's still running the 22q.org paint scheme. I think he had to stay out of the throttle there. Couldn't line up to Ollie Turin. That's kind of what happened. 77 back around here on 19. So let's see. That is going to put... I mean, Lawson's on pit road right now, so he's getting his car taken care of. Who's a lap down? Anybody a lap down? Nobody's lap down. The only one a lap down is going to be the 66. And that was from earlier. Benson's going to be your race leader. They're all going to come to pit road. And holy gravy, man. It was insanity.
Yeah, insanity is a good way to describe it, but to have all these accidents that are just kind of single car accidents or, have somebody kind of wrecking off the racing surface is one of those things that can kind of spread out one of these Daytona races and really pull it into kind of a couple car battle for the win. So it was definitely one of those interesting races, stints where we kind of had all these kind of movements and everything going on with the 19 spinning. We had the 66 spinning. We had the 77 that got involved with the 6 kind of hitting the inside wall. So yeah, just a lot of spins, but I think the only real contact we had was for Joe David, who hit the inside tire barrier for the bus stop at the road course.
Sienna, I don't have celiac disease. I have an allergy to a lot of type of wheat products. If it was celiac disease, I would have loved to have eaten it. There's a lot of plant products in it. We've had it tested for us over here. There's a lot of food and a lot of... Thank you very much, though. She says out there on there, Beyond Meat is gluten-free. Celiac disease, of course, is a disease that does affect a lot of people out there when it comes to do that. And I am a proprietor for those who are looking for alternative options to meat. If you are a vegan or if you were trying to be or if you were trying to cut gluten out, that's a good option too. That right there, there's nothing wrong with it, folks. Nothing wrong. About almost 2.5 years ago, right before the pandemic hit, I found out that I was having allergy issues and I got tested, and there's a lot of different grains and wheats that I found out that my body just started rejecting, and it closes it off. I've had byproducts and gluten-free products tested where we've tried it out, and I have to keep an eye on products like that. If they're gluten-free, I still have to look at the label. But yeah, absolutely. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for putting it out there. Nothing wrong with the product. Nothing. I would love to be a part of that. But I don't have just celiac disease. I actually have like if you put flour next to me, or if you put any kind of binders with bologna, if you put anything out there that can possibly do that, that'll get me. Oh, hey, I wish I could have a big bowl of spaghetti. Do you know the last time I had a Jimmy John sub that was actually really nice? I wish I could have that too. So I mean, when you get older, your body changes. I didn't think mine was going to say, "Hey, you can't eat lasagna anymore."
I believe that's Cena, the wife of Naj Crutchley. Yeah, she's given me some recommendations for tofu recipes. So she's got some great recipes and some great kind of things to kind of look out for with specifically tofu. That I tried. That imitation chicken fried chicken thing was amazing. Thank you for the suggestion there, Cena.
Brown rice noodles are really good too. I will make I eat a lot of that. I eat a lot of brown rice noodles. Make my own version of ramen that is that way. Brown rice noodles is not very good for the system when it comes to spaghetti and lasagna though. So I found some good products out there, but it's really tough to say that there's one source of that. I trust me, when it says gluten free, it doesn't mean that there's not a byproduct in there that can't be taken care of. But I do appreciate everybody. My diet's been it's changed, I mean, and that's what we got to do with it. Fast repair isn't very fast tonight for the 66. You're not lying. Good to see you all out there. Thank you so much to everybody. Harris gets a big jump there, and that's of course always a mistake when it comes to super speedways.
Yeah, he's going to find himself now with a bunch of people kind of breathing down his neck, especially if they get a line lined up. He's going to have to make one decision here. He can't really do a really aggressive block here unless he wants to cause a massive accident. He doesn't go for it as Alex Goff goes to the outside, and he's probably going to have the momentum here to kind of go up and maybe go in front of Alex Goff. Marshall Harris.
He's going to get right in front of Harris, but Alan Dixon's going to be able to roll that line. So everybody came in and took fuel. Some drivers came in. Almost everybody took fuel except for Harris. Harris did not, so he's going to be looking at a pit stop here pretty soon. Because we're at 65% fuel. What is it? 32 laps for Daytona on the Cup cars.
When you're in the lead too, you're burning more fuel up there because you're flat out if you're on the inside or the outside.
Yeah, so we should see him coming to pit road. And the one thing he doesn't want to be doing right now is forcing himself to the high line. I want to be on that bottom. I let these guys go by me. That way I can pull down pit road. Being on the high side, trying to lead here, not a good idea. 15 laps in, a lot of drivers came in. They're going to be good for fuel. If I'm Harris, I'm going down low. He is trying to determine who's going to be in what lane though, because you can see him try to block here.
Yeah, Dixon was getting very aggressive there, chasing him down. Looks like he was trying to get his quarter panel and kind of side draft him back. That's one of those things where you can use it to your benefit there to kind of pull that lane backwards. But I always try to stay away from it kind of early on in races because you get a lot of netcode situations. So we could see potentially some problems later in the race. I think we're going to use that side draft and have some netcode or just kind of getting caught out, but maybe by the person behind them, maybe out of the line, the person in front of them, and just being able to clip that person and then turn them into somebody else and kind of getting one of those domino effects we see Marshall Harris drop back.
He is dropping back, getting close to being out of fuel. You kind of see it 20 laps in. I would suspect that if this were to run green, that would have been exactly what we saw, 16 to 20 laps, somewhere in that mark where everybody's coming to pit road and showing kind of that vibe of what they need to be. They were getting close to deciding whether or not they were coming to pit road. 14 might be looking at just kind of sitting back in the draft for the time being. He's the only driver that did not come to pit road. Lawson's going to be back. He's going to be out of the race. He was. I thought he was going to tow and get back out there because he just hit the grass, and it wasn't like that was a big one. Mark, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much on Facebook. Folks, if you're out there on the No Toad Racing League, make sure that you reach up and hit that like button for the field. I know that you're all watching. Thank you very much for each and every one of you doing so. Keep the races alive, keep these drivers alive, and make sure that you reach up, hit that like button. I want to make sure that we see. What do we got? 15 watching right now out there. Make sure that you reach up there. I want to see 15 likes for the No Toad Racing League on the YouTube channel. Make sure you do that for them. Big push for the outside lane as the 42 of Benson has a big run with Ollie Turn behind.
Yeah, Ollie Turn there. 0 skill, 0 something else, and 2 balls. That's what that 002 stands for on the side of that door. but he's pushing Benson on the outside. If you want someone behind you that can give you some help and work with you, it's definitely Oliver. It's someone I've leaned on before when we've done these races where we can kind of work together and we can try to move up through the pack. As you see here, he runs Moon Car. As we see Dixon kind of react to him coming close, they get Doring just a little bit. They're going to maintain it there. But yeah, Ollie Turin, he runs Moon Car every once in a while, so he's experienced with those big super speedway stuff.
42 kind of made a last-minute decision to come down in front of the 33, which is why that contact from Dixon and Ollie almost happened there, because Dixon had to check up heavily with the double lap behind. Now Ollie ready to run with Dixon. Maybe Dixon will pull him back around and get himself right there with him, as Goff and the double lot is going to be right behind. Now that inside line, big shove from 002. Maybe, I'm telling you, Oliver Turin can probably go with Dixon. They could probably go to the front.
Yeah, Alan Dixon has been a part of this league for a long time. He's won plenty of races, but he hasn't won many recently. So him looking up here to get up in the front, kind of end this long winless streak that he's had.
Story of the day, Davey Hendricks riding in the back. He wants a clean car for a championship. I think that's what he's doing.
Well, there's a lot of drivers that come to these super speedway races and think we're just going to hang around in the back and we're going to survive. Sometimes that works out to be fantastic, and get big accidents, takes a lot of people out, and you're at the end of the race, you're sitting, you got your fast repair, you're all ready to go, and you find yourself maybe 5th or 6th, and you're able to move up through the field. But sometimes field keeps it clean, you're stuck all the way in the back, hits 10 to go, and then the panic button starts to come in.
I'm not sure if Dave even cares. I mean, of course, I wouldn't want to. I'm a guy, I'd want to go out and win every race, but I think right now Davey's just chilling. He's got an opportunity to come to pit road later. He's good. Good.
Yeah, just guaranteeing that he's going to be there later in the race.
That's all I would. That's all I'd want. That's all I'd want to be. Super speedway race. I've got a 200-point lead. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to ride for a little while. Benson high side, Turin able to pull. I tell you what, they're swapping more positions. Benson needs to not play leapfrog with Dixon. He needs to pull the 42 with him. Or the 42 needs to pull the 02 with him. Because if not, it's gonna be the same game over and over again. 25 laps in, 80 right there with him. Right now, Goff needs to pull himself in as well. Will Jester in the mix up there, trying to find himself a good run. But as he comes to pit road this time by 14, having to get himself down there and get in for some fuel.
Yeah, it's going to be a very big detriment to his strategy here. He's going to come out way far behind the field, and he's not going to have any drive unless he kind of catches a straggler, which I don't think we had many stragglers, if any, hanging around in the back, so I don't think he's going to be able to latch on to anybody here.
I think he's going to be lapped down very quickly. So a lucky dog in that situation, but probably should have thought about coming to pit road, taking maybe 2 tires or no tires, filling it up with fuel, making it work. Right now, some drivers wanting tires, and I think Alex Goff, one of those drivers. You can see how free the car is getting. Alan Dixon on the bottom side, not able to hook up just the same, and that's the reason why. Tires working on the outside lane as the 42 has that telephone pole looking to the back bumper of Ollie Turin, trying to make it work. Just a moment ago, about a half lap ago, watch Terry Brooks get into turn, actually almost a full lap ago now, out of turn 2. He was up into the wall a little bit. A little right side damage, never hurt these cars unless it's on the nose.
Yeah, one of the big things here that we're going to watch throughout the race is kind of a lane tidiness situation where you're going to see people kind of doing this kind of weeble wobble down the straightaway just behind another car. That's partially because they can't see out the front. They're kind of losing their reference points, and they're kind of wobbling around. And in those situations, especially when we have the middle line kind of crushing down on the inside line, you can see those situations where that car is kind of running in and out, in and out, in and out, and actually comes up and hits somebody, or comes down and hits somebody. So that's something to watch out here when you see these movements from the second, third, fourth car in line kind of moving around, where potentially you could find them in a situation where, you know, they might cause an accident with just kind of like the moving on the straightaway.
There's the 14, 45 seconds off the pace, coming to pit road. Got himself some tires and fuel. Looks like he had a pretty fast pit stop. Right behind him, about 2 seconds back, There's a whole lot of people ready to rock and roll. And this is going to be a change. It's a good look at how fast this distance is going to close down on the 14, where he's going to go. That's a huge one.
Yeah, it's just one of those, when you're got the field coming down you got to make sure that you do not do something stupid here. You got to make sure that you're predictable and you know what you're doing, and everyone else behind you knows what's up, so you don't kind of Kevin LePage the field here.
Right now, Oliver Turin, though, he says, I'm going high side. Got this. 14 holding the line. Oh, I'm nervous for him. Gets off the racing surface. Nice job by McFly for, Marshall Harris, M-Fly. It says M-Fly on there. Nice job on that driver. Giving up a lane. Says, you know what? These drivers are going. I'm just going to soak it up. I'm going to get myself back in here. Terry Brooks out front. He works the corner. 23. 0 to the 23. As he tries to control the line with the double lot 2. Careful getting into a corner, especially the front stretch. The freest portion of Daytona is the front straightaway, or the front tri-oval area. That area shows just where all of that there's 18-degree banking right there. It's very tough to walk up there as well, but it's a turn that the tires are not used to, being that they're 185, 190 miles an hour into the bigger turn, so that basically cools the tires off. Has a little bit of extra grip on the outside. Doesn't work the same way. 83 free up on the high side here as we watch the 23 and the 02 run themselves down. Nick Biddy up in the mix as well. Seeing Nick Biddy probably trying to cheer on Chase and congratulate him on the 2022 regular season championship. I know he was trying to work it, but my driver Kyle Larson said he knew what he was getting himself into when he chose the high line there. So Hendrick driver's a little drama on him.
Yeah, if I'm the field right now, I'd be a little bit worried with kind of how close Oliver Turin's comfortably able to be behind Terry Brooks. He's able to push him further down the straightaway and kind of propel that line, that whatever they're in front of. So, yeah, if you're anybody else here, you got to look out for the 002 and the 23 kind of hooking up later on in the race.
Or right now, if they could separate themselves from Benson and Biddy behind them. We've watched that happen in the Xfinity cars, not just here, but in other leagues that we've seen, where the 1, 2, 3 could run away with a race if they could hook up close enough.
Definitely a possibility, but that requires a lot of cooperation. And right now, I think Benson's worrying about himself at the moment, so he's going to be looking on the outside here on Ollie Turin. He's going to come up just a little bit close, and he's going to fall a little bit behind. He's going to get in line with Nick Biddy on the inside, just kind of equal out with him as we see Ollie Turin looking on the outside.
I think Ollie got a little bit free. He was very close to that bumper. He didn't want to turn him, so I think he freed himself up a little bit, tried to soak up the outside. 42 trying to close. 46 almost got a right rear full of the 42 there as they come around 3 and 4. Front straightaway look. Watch this turn right here. Bam! Biddy runs close. Double lot 2 able to try to side draft there, but I think Nick Biddy trying to give himself a little close distance. 42 is not running up on the double lot 2 like Oliver will push you around the racetrack, but I'm not seeing the same thing happening with any other driver. There's a big gap between all these drivers, and it's almost like it's that comfort zone run. Right now, driver's going to be looking at coming to pit road. 14 gives up the lane again. It looked like he was trying to make up some ground here to get himself back up to the front portion of this pack. He's going to be on the grass as these drivers try to make some things work. When do they come to pit road? Here within the next 2 to 4 laps, I do believe.
Yeah, talking about getting close, also another thing you need to remember is the temperatures, how high those might get when you're closed up behind somebody, especially when you've just been shoving them. So, yeah, maybe just giving some distance so you can keep that temperature from kind of going up too high and potentially finding yourself in a situation where you're sweating, trying to get out of the line to kind of cool it down. But, yeah, maybe that's why Ollie Turin decided to go to the high side there.
Here's a look inside of Alan Dixon's car, the 33. The top left and the top, there's 2 tacks right there. Those are all showing engine temperature and they're showing air temperature. What you're seeing right there is the ones that they're going to be trying to take a look at. 220 is about where you want to be. but they can get as high as 260, 265 on the temperatures here. 240 is where I've seen it be really comfortable, but we'll see what they're doing. Let's take a look and see what Goff is running here. He's got his oil temperature off. I'm looking at the right side. This is the Toyota. It's going to be on the right side, and that's going to be right there about 210 right now. The needle's going to be straight up and down. Let's see what the Ford looks like. He's out front. 200 is his water temperature right now. Oil temperature, probably the bigger factor here. Boy, Nick Biddy. Bottom side, trying to lead. Ollie to the back side, or to the high side now. 42, finally figuring out how to push after giving a lot of room here. When do they come to pit road? We're going to start hearing it very soon, I do believe. Congrats on the 22nd season in TRL, says Mr. Garland. Thank you for the like. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I just went back to try to find out why Terry Burke just dropped out of line, but he just gave the warning, hey, I'm dropping out of line, and did that, so I'm not quite sure why he dropped out of the inside line there to go to the back.
Maybe Terry is getting close on fuel, needs to save a lap. That's a good reason to say, hey, I'm going to drop back here. Maybe not ready for that push either. Sometimes whenever I'm in super speedway races, I go, there's a possibility here that I'm biting off more than I can chew right now. I want to go to the back. Possibilities.
Yeah, looking at Nick Biddy here. Nick Biddy on the inside just had Ollie turn, cut down in front of him, gets in line. But yeah, Nick Biddy. Anytime we go to a super speedway race, he's kind of up there in the front. He was up there in the front of the end of the Atlanta race, which is essentially a super speedway race here for us. But yeah, Jason Benson won that last one that we just went to Atlanta, and kind of had a whole situation with the last lap with a big wreck happen, and he was able to kind of come up front and win that race. But yeah, anytime we've ever gone to a super speedway, Jason Benson has been absolutely incredible. So people to watch out tonight. 42 Benson, the 46 of Biddy. I'd also put maybe the 6 of Joe David there. Joe David and the 46 tend to work together. I would be maybe a little bit careful with choosing the 6 as a pick or something, because he was involved in that accident earlier, and I'm not sure if he had to take his fast repair or not. His car looks fairly straight. I know his bumper was fairly caved in there, so potentially you can see him maybe being a little bit more timid, especially with the if he is lacking a fast repair.
Battle for third belongs to the 6th right now. It does look like he did have to take his fast repair. That's okay. That's okay. Because you can hold on to it. You can save it. It'll be good to go, right? Oh, in and out, though. Blinking on a super speedway. Blinking on a super speedway, not good. Never good. Oy.
Yeah, blinking anywhere where you have to have a fast reaction time to something happening, and especially when you're kind of close down all over people here, it's definitely trouble. But we're starting to single out here on the bottom. We do not.
Thought we were going to be there. We're 23 laps into the cycle, 24 laps into the cycle now as they come around to complete lap 39. Only one driver off the lead lap, and that's going to be our good friend, Mr. Harris. Man, oh man. Thank you, folks. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you for the star senders. Milestone follower. Anthony, you are a milestone follower? Or you're an anniversary follower? How long have you been following Signature Esports out there? Have you got your 2nd year yet? Or is this your 1st year? My goodness. My goodness.
Talking about Marshall Harris being a lap down. He's looking on the outside here. He's about 5 cars back from the leaders here. He's kind of hanging around the outside with no friends. But he looked like he made an attempt there to kind of get up there and potentially get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
He's doing it by himself. He's like, look, I'm good. Oh, double lot of Goff up high, 3 wide. Why not?
Yeah, Goff made contact with the wall there. That's it's going to kill his momentum, and maybe even if he caught that right front, kind of kill his speed a little.
We call that arcing it. That's for sure. Halfway through this one, and no short of a good race so far. But you not want to count out? Well, the 88s decided he was going to pick it back up. He's about 3 seconds off the pace, but everybody's pretty much within a good driving distance. I believe if Hendricks really wanted to here, he could give a big shove. Ollie Turin out front. As Nick Biddy works it. Will Jester in third. Harrison in fourth. Six cars going to be in fifth. Corvo, Dixon, Barton, Benson, Piracini. It's going to be your top 10. We're going to be waiting for some single file racing for a moment. I think they're going to come to pit road very, very shortly. And as they decide when they're going to do it, I should have probably asked what that was going to be like today, because 65% fuel, normal Xfinity cars usually put them in, but they should have already pretty much been in. I mean, we're at 26 laps on this fuel cycle.
Yeah, we got pit stops this time.
Yep, I was going to say 26 is kind of pushing it here, considering that they run roughly about 36 to 40 laps green. We'll see. So McCuskey coming to pit road. 22 is going to be there. They're going to do it. We're going to take a vocal break as they continue. We'll catch back up with the race here in just a moment. Time to hydrate, folks. Make sure you grab your whiskey, water, wine, whatever you're drinking out there. Give us some love and cheers to you. Be right back.
I regretted.
You're good, man. All right, we're going to go back to it. Here it is, folks. Alan Dixon coming off pit road. Green flag pit stop started at 43. A couple of drivers taking the 44 mark. Dixon, Al Corey, one of those drivers. Dustin Barton's coming up, getting up to speed. Brian Cooper doing the same thing. There's our Iowa Hawkeye native. Biddy and company, though, they're rolling up to speed. Came out on 43. 74, Will Jester to the inside. They're going to be 3 wide here. So 96, Brian Cooper gets below the apron there. I kind of would have just stayed on. I would have made them pass me, because that's happening right now for him, and that's unfortunate, because Brian Cooper now is going to lose the draft here. Going to have to wait for this second pack to kind of work up. part of rejoining the racetrack. Is that it right there? Unless he has to come to pit road for a speeding penalty. Might have looked like he's on his way into pit road this time by.
Yeah, we had some developments during the last pit stop there. We had a spin out on pit road. I believe the 83 of Harrison had actually spun. Joe David in the 6 car got involved, and the 42 Jason Benson has the entire front nose ripped off the car. So he's driving essentially a modified out here, and he's coming down here. He came down to pit road a little bit there, so he's unfortunately kind of found himself in a difficult position here for the rest of the race.
Yeah, talk about strategy cut out the window. Now he had to take his fast repairs, so he's no longer a modified. 33 of Dixon, Al Corey behind. Al Corey, big part of what happens with this racetrack and this league is thanks to that gentleman right there. So the 45, no doubt, good to see him up here running with the 33. As Jester and Dustin Barton work the outside lane. Where is our 14? Is he back on the lead lap? I do think he is now. But he still needs to come to pit road.
Yeah, he's on that offset on the strategy, so it's very, very hard to kind of get back on to something that works. Unless he kind of gets a group that he knows can go with him and work with him, which I don't think he will with kind of the awkward strategy that he's on. He's going to be SOL here for the rest of the race. Maybe
somebody he can work with, Benson and Piracini here, if they get a little 3-car pack together. Alex Goff is by himself as well. The 83 off the pace by himself. Campbell is up here in this mix. He's in 17th, but McFly's going to be right there with him. So the 117 and the 14 on the same kind of strategy here. They're both off the lead lap, it does look like, or they're. It's showing him off the lead lap, or not even off the lead lap. Oh, never mind. It's just the iRacing lifetime. It kind of had to adjust itself there. They're not off the lead lap. Only one driver's off the lead lap. It's going to be Brian Cooper. And that has to do with what just happened when he had to come back to pit road. I think he had a hold. He came in for 44 seconds.
Yeah, looking at Matt Piracini here, he's got the back of the pack kind of coming up on him here. He's going to have to give a good shove here to the 42 of Jason Benson, and then not a modified anymore, and hopefully be able to stay out here in front of the leaders, but with kind of a pack behind you, it's kind of difficult to do that.
I know this little 2-car pack is looking at it. Will Jester out front, though, and he's ready. 22 McCuskey up there as well. Good to see new names, new faces, it was 45. He's going to draw it back. He lets go of that sector. Opportunities here, though. These drivers will be able to kind of, 33 hits the apron. They'll be able to try to work together. There's only about 7 or 8 cars here. Davey Hendricks, one of those cars that are really kind of focused on tightening things back up, and 10 drivers basically in this front pack. John Barton in the 68 trying to lead the second pack around, and sometimes that second pack can't develop itself well enough to get back around the racetrack. So we'll see what happens here as Will Jester works the wonderful field. Kendra, thank you for the like out there. Thank you to everybody out there on the Facebook platform for Signature Esports. Much love to you. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, do all that stuff. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there on the YouTube channel for our friends at No Total Racing League. Hopefully everything's working out for you. I do want to take a look at my stream analytics here because I want to make sure I don't have any drop frames or anything like that. I did have some drop frames. I had about 7,000 drop frames earlier, so I apologize about that, folks. Don't like to see that happen. 7,000 frames is roughly about a couple of minutes, so I will... it happened 4 or 5 minutes ago, so I apologize about that, folks. If you missed anything right there, it will reload itself back up, and I do, once again, apologize. Doing something different here, trying to make sure things are ready to rock and roll and good to go. So, it does happen. It does happen. Not much I can do about it.
Yeah, speaking of Will Jester, your current leader is Dustin Barton, kind of looks on the outside. He's been a long-time member of NTRL. It looks like he's going to lose the lead here, but yeah, he's been, running around here. I believe when he joined, he was fairly young when they were running on NR 2003, and now a bunch of years later, he's grown up with these guys and has been racing with them forever, so he's a very core member of this group here, and it's cool to see him out front, especially with Dixon behind him, and we have Dustin Barton currently in the lead in the Canada mode.
You know what's crazy about it is that 20 years is about as long as my boy's been alive, my oldest. And to see folks grow up in a simulation series, 13 rolls the bottom side. He's going to lead back and maybe rejoin the pack as the 74 Will Jester takes over the lead. Corvo on the high side works the outside lane. Everybody trying to get some laps led here.
Yeah, it looks like that seems to be the strategy here. Is we have people to kind of deciding, hey, I want to get up front, I want to go push hard for a little bit, and I want to lead a lap, and then want to back out.
Max, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. Thank you to all the folks out there, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I am going to make sure I've got no other processes running because I think that might be... Oh, dang. Yeah, I was going to say I saw it right there. Alan Dixon off the racing surface here. Caution will come out. His rear end did crest the front. He's got a blown engine there, so hopefully he's got a fast repair to get himself back up and working with. Needs to make sure that he gets back around the racetrack, because if not, that pace car is going to pass him, and that'll be rough. We'll take a look at what happened. Caution comes out, folks. Dang, oh dang. Well, that's going to put everything in the wheelhouse here. They went 26 laps, and now Cooper will get his lap back. That's a promising thing for the 14 here. Here's what happened, folks. Look at the caution here. Oh, I don't. Oh, ow! I don't know. Looks kind of suspectful as maybe he lost it. I don't know. Let's take a look. 33 here. Oh, they both zigged. And then he should have zagged there, but he couldn't get it. Alan Dixon comes back around, 33. Looks like he's going to have to use that fast repair. A little connection going on there. Maybe it's the blink on my side, folks. I did lose a little bit there, so I apologize about that. Don't like to have those things happen. So hopefully you were all just wonderful.
Yeah, one of the things here is, especially when you get that damage, one of the important things to do immediately is if you're coasting around, you get it up to speed, and then you immediately cut the engine off so you can coast. You don't really use up that engine because you're going to have a limited amount of time to make it to pit road before the thing blows.
Yeah, you don't want to yeet yourself around here. And the 33 doing exactly what he needs to here. Insanity can be the same concept, but I think Dixon is actually having to get repairs done because he is actually sitting on pit road now. I wonder if he had to use his fast repair before. Will Jester bringing the field down. Does look like Dixon might have accidentally selected his fast repair, and so he is got a blown engine he's working on. John Campbell, the 117's got a lead. Came in on 43. Dixon's going to get, or Brian Cooper's going to be the lucky dog, get his lap back. And now we're going to have almost everybody on the lead lap except for the driver who was just involved, and Alan Dixon. Dang, oh dang, oh dang.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Dixon. I know we're not supposed to pick favorites, but anytime I see him or really anybody that's been in this league for a while and have been on a bit of a winless streak, I kind of root for him to kind of get up there and kind of shake up the bunch there, so it's a bummer to see him out of the race.
Well, the Beyond Meat 200 is doing exactly that. The future of protein out there, a good source of protein. Make sure that you go check it out, folks. Lots of people swear by it, and nothing wrong with that. I thoroughly would endorse that product for myself, but I can't. It's all good. No Total Racing League will be back very soon with a new season and a new schedule. Make sure that you tune in to their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that stuff. So look up the No Total Racing League. To be a part of that, join their Discord to be a part of the series. You need to get into another one of their races and prove that you can be there. Kind of one of the big things for those folks. We will make sure to post any updates on our Facebook page at Signature Esports and in our Discord over there as well to make sure that folks know exactly what they can get themselves into. Last caution or second caution of the race, but is it the last caution? That's going to be the big factor here. Campbell will need to come to pit road still.
Yeah, we're within that 25 laps to go, so this is kind of where the poo hits the fan. But Yeah, we're NTRL is looking at a another series now. It's going to be added on Thursday. It's going to be a next gen series. Next gen cars have been worked on, and they're becoming more and more like the real life car. And kind of we're seeing what is the wacky iRacing things that have kind of been removed that maybe weren't as realistic as they were, and what things we kind of have to get used to with the cars. But yeah, the next gens on Thursdays. If you're looking at that, you have the Tuesday 87s, which have been going on for forever. And we have the Monday Arca, which we started 2 seasons ago. So you got your different options there. And then if you prove yourself in any one of those, or you're a competent driver, you can find yourself in the Sunday Xfinity, which is what's currently being broadcasted for the season finale of season 22. Hopefully, we can see some of you guys out here for middle of season 23 or maybe even season 24.
It'll be absolutely fantastic to make sure you guys keep your eyes on the Daytona Racing League. I will definitely be keeping my eyes on them because, well, I mean, I like them. I have always been watching the Daytona Racing League from the shadows. Whether I broadcast them or not, folks, I'm going to follow this league because I like what they're doing.
Also, King of the Hill. Sorry to miss out on King of the Hill here. John Barton's going to kill me. Yeah, King of the Hill on Saturdays. It's going to be coming back later in the year, but it's all wacky stuff, random combinations, kind of trying out cars that you maybe not tried before, and trying them out on layouts that you maybe not have tried before. So it could be Mazda Miatas at some random roval. It could be some other car on a dirt track, or it could be Rallycross with the dirt street stocks. You never know what that series is going to come up with.
The Mazdas at Chicagoland is so much fun. I love that. And we do that every once in a while. Full set, 25 laps to go. Green flag wins. Campbell, big jump. Gonna have Brooks right behind him.
Yeah, John Campbell out with a big lead here. He's got the Krispy Kreme mobile. Paints every single car like that. Always runs them Krispy Kreme cars, so it's always easy to spot whoever's JC out on the racetrack. He's got a big lead here. That big jump might have been a bit of a detriment there, but it looks like he's going to have Terry Brooks that's going to be loyal to his back bumper, so we're not going to have a situation here where he's going to get hung out. So he's going to be able to lead here, at least into turn 3.
For the moment, I see the spot separating right where the 22 is right here. We talk about drivers making sure that they find great speed on this racing surface. I think the 23 is looking to hook up with what's the longevity here? 24 laps to go. I know that John Campbell is waiting for something else to happen here to put him in a better situation. But he last came to pit road on 43. It's 11 laps different. We're talking about a 26-lap run. Pretty close to it on fuel and tires. He needs to run 37 laps.
Yeah, JC can find himself here with an interesting situation. I guess his goal here for the race is potentially kind of hoping for a caution that could finally be able to come down and make it to the end here. But yeah, that requires something to happen, which isn't in your control. So yeah, he's a bit of a detriment at the moment.
Well, you know what? If everybody could lead a lap, well, there you go. That's what I want to see here. Let them all run. Let them all lead a lap. Now, you get out of line, you get up there, lead a lap. You get out of line, you get up there, you lead a lap. And duke it out for the last one.
I'm not sure if Michael McCuskey in the 22 has damage or not. His car looks slightly slow. I don't know if it's him throttling it behind to save gas, or just kind of chilling out there in that lane. But it seems like he's not able to kind of pull up to the back bumper. I'm not sure if that's just the gap he wants, or if that's that might be a hamperance on his vehicle.
Let's see.
Maybe potentially something on the nose there. Kind of looking at the hood, the seam where it meets the bumper in the front near the Ford logo. Potentially could be some damage there.
Well, I'm trying to find out. 22 doesn't look like he's got a crinkle from the overhead. I was looking at it. Yeah. Oh, he does. He's got some damage. Yeah, a little bit. A little scrape and bump. Not that bad. But it is in the wrong spot, though. It's right there where that radiator sits on this car. So something to keep in mind. So we'll see. Maybe not the car to lead, but maybe the car to push. I don't know.
And actually, if you're down a little bit on the power, just a tiny bit, not a lot, but if you're down on the power just a little bit, you can find yourself in a situation where it's just slowing you down enough to where you get to the back bumper of the car behind you, and they're able to push you a lot better than it would be if you're just kind of an undamaged car. So potentially, it could be a benefit to him later in the race if he finds himself in a situation where someone's kind of forced to choose a line and pushes him and is comfortable using that bumper to where he can potentially just kind of push out Michael McCuskey if his car just slows down just a little bit, but not too much.
I like it. Good strategy. Daytona's had only 2 cautions over the course of the last 60 laps, and we're 20 laps to go here. Everybody's good on fuel, but your race leader. Whoa. And maybe Ollie. And maybe Ollie. If Ollie's going to continue to lead the outside lane, he's going to be really trying to push fuel here.
Yeah, Ollie's going to be in a situation here potentially where he can kind of maybe slot in line behind the 23 if he wants it to kind of save the fuel, but I have a feeling he doesn't really care, and maybe you could even save some fuel out there. You don't really need to go 100% fuel out front. Kind of back you up a little bit to the car behind you, make him push you a little bit down the straightaways. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna be close on fuel, but it's not impossible to kind of make it there in the end. Potentially hoping out for a caution later in the race. But we're 2 by 2 here for most of the pack, and then we've got like single file, probably about 7 rows in, and then it single files out, and we have a bunch of cars in the back kind of waiting for some carnage here.
Brooks trying to not to be the carnage, but he is about a foot away from our friend from Australia. Campbell and that 117 looked pretty darn good. Splitter cam is going to come up to you. Here's a look at your splitter cam because, you know, I really just like the camera. It's a good camera. There it is. Look at that splitter. Look how close to the ground it is. Yeah. Ooh,
So close to commit your team chatter.
That's right. I mean, and most of the time, I think it does. If you ask any of those folks out there, I guarantee that's pretty much what they're going to be looking at. 117 to 23, or 117, 23, double on 2 to the high side, 22 of McCuskey there to the inside as well. John Barton here in the 68. You're talking about that push, that race line, 22 below, drops below the apron there. Something you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be dropping those tires below that double seam because it will shake up that car and it'll slow you way up. 68 drops in, says, you know, Ollie, I'm going to save myself here. Woo!
Oh, we got to
they're wrecking. Boom! Caution. Now it's going to come out. Maybe it's not going to come out. Now it's going to come out. Okay, now they're all wrecking.
We got a lot of, we got a secondary wreck as well.
There's a whole lot going on. We'll deduce it all. Davey Hendricks stops in the backside. He said, I'm good. Good. Everybody else good? We're good. I want a clean car. Leave my car alone. Campbell, your race leader. Opportunity now. He's going to be able to come to pit road and maybe tie off some fuel. We'll see what happens. A lot of drivers are going to be coming to pit road. Caution happens once again.
Yeah, we had 2 wrecks that happened. First one happened, and then we had a second one that both hit the wreck. That was very interesting to see there.
That first one should have been a caution to get you, like, to boot. Should have actually. I mean, Barton was a part of that. Here it is, right here. Boom, 74 is sideways right there. Wheel gesture right here. I think had a little bit of net code going on, but he is absolutely sideways. That right there should have been a net. That should have been. Oh no, 13 had a run. That's what happened. He said, "Good, bye." Comes in, hits him. 74 was already sideways. 48 was sideways. 7 was sideways. That should have already been a caution before it was all said and done. And then all the way up here, where our good friend, where's he at? Where's his number? Brian Cooper. Well, hey, Brian Cooper right here. 24 had an issue. They were still wrecking there. And Brian Cooper looking at, I think that was McCuskey up here. There's the 83 with him. 83 is going to be right there. The double aunt was there. Alex Goff. Goff, major portion of this one. Check up. Oh, he wheel hopped. The 00 literally had the netcode wheel hop. Watch this. It's like he overdrove the car. Monster truck rally coming your way right about here. 83's a little free. Gets it settled in. Double lots to the high side. Neck code wheel hop up to the wall. And here's what else happened. 77 to Corvo. 14 gets into him. 96 back into him. So like more than 9,000 wrecks right there happening all at the same time. You know who wasn't part of that? Davey Hendricks.
Yeah, Davey slipped through that, was able to kind of get down to the bottom there, slow up, but also get by. Yeah, we got a lot of people that were involved in that, and I wonder if you call that that hop up there is like a Kimi Räikkönen now, because that's what Kimi did during the race coming exiting the bus stop there.
Yeah.
Got that wheel hop off of a rear tire there and got punted up in the air.
Charles, you're absolutely right, my friend. Thank you for the like out there. He says, skadoosh going on out there. That's exactly what that was. We call that the skadooshing, and he said skadooshing squared times 2. I like it. Skadoosh for that. And I completely agree. I see the impact that this these cars can have on each other, especially when it comes to that little bit of a wheel hop. I don't know. I've seen all kinds of things happen. Watkins Glen was pretty darn good today. Probably because my driver sent it into his teammate. It's all good. At least he didn't send it into him at 184 miles an hour like he did on the last road course. Man.
Yeah, any road course race I think is a good time, except for I think Indy is go back to the oval. I like my road courses, but gotta bring that Indy oval back.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Indy road course. Maybe on a different series.
Oh maybe, yeah, 100%. It's awesome with the Indy cars.
Maybe the Xfinity series.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want the Xfinity cars in the oval. Give me IRP or give me Indy road course.
Yeah, I like that.
An event with Indy cars. Maybe only bring the Indy cars around that track once instead of like 4 times every year.
Right.
Got IMSA coming there.
IMSA.
Got a 24-hour race there as well.
IMSA's a good series to have there. I like, and I know that IMSA has been they've downgraded a lot of things with the IMSA series, but they really need to do it. Bring back Indy Oval. Indy Oval lives matter. You aren't lying. Full send.
Yeah, well, IMSA's coming back next year. They're doing I think a 6-hour race there, but they're potentially going to look at bringing an endurance event there. There's another American series that does endurance racing that's racing there. They do a 24-hour race there. So, yeah, there's some life at the Speedway, especially on that road course. That road course is well used, but hopefully we can see maybe a 12-hour, maybe a 24, Indy 24-hour.
Yep, I like it. Maybe we need to do a NASCAR 24-hour race. That would be kind of fun.
I've had an idea for a multi-class Bristol race, no caution.
Ooh. Wee. Folks, I'm going to show you a little display here real quick. Before we go green, little charity function coming up for me. It's near and dear to my heart. And here's the logo for it. Full send. Ollie Turin, Brooks, Barton Biddy. It's going to be your front 2 rows.
It looks like potentially here the 23 and the 002 are going to work together here. It looks like the 23 maybe checked up a little bit to kind of get him to go with him, because I think he would have stayed down low if it was just up to the restart there. Yeah, you stick into the high side there. We're going to have 3 cars on the outside. We're not going to have momentum. I'd be scared here of, you got the 46 now going down to the bottom with John Barton. They're going to have momentum here. Potentially could find themselves in a situation where they get screwed out of the high line here, where they're going to be in a difficult situation because they're going to have to surpass and maybe even get up there. And then look at Davey Hendricks coming on the outside. We've not seen him all day up front, but now he's up here late in the race.
I called it. He just wanted to have a clean car for the end of the race. That's it. Maybe he's going to have a fast repair. Maybe he says, you know what, boys, we can full send it now. We got 13 laps to go. Charles out there, the GOAT man, he says, GOAT Racing Legend says, the fans would be in a hospital with alcohol poisoning if they did a 24-hour NASCAR race.
That is a good point.
Cap or no cap? Cap or no cap? I don't know. Whew. So, new segment that I'm going to do. We might do some of this a little later on. That's my charity stream. It's coming up. It's the F Cancer charity stream that we're going to be doing. It's going to benefit Stand Up to Cancer. It's going to be coming very soon. We're going to start doing that during the day. And I'm going to start attaching the donate link to all of my streams for the iRacing platform as well. Near and dear to my heart right now. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that we are going to push to raise as much money for that charity as we can. I'm a big one. I'm a big one. So, I hope you like the logo, because I like it. It's about as non-PC as I get, but I did put my logo on the face of the caricature. They're getting a little free, a little dicey, a lot of action going on here. No Toad Racing League, 11 laps to go for the championship here. Hendricks well in the lead on points, but this is kind of bragging rights right now. Who's going to win the last race of this season?
Yeah, Davey's running that very, very tight line. He's very tidy with how he's kind of exiting these corners, kind of being very meticulous with how he's placing his cars. You see a lot of cars in front of him just kind of moving around. Looks like he's going to have a shot to maybe even look on the inside. I'm not sure if this is going to be a wise decision or not, because more than likely he's going to get chopped there and cause a big accident. But yeah, he's very, very confident with kind of placing his car, and he's also going to help restrict that inside lane, especially to maintain kind of that lower line exiting to where he can kind of make somebody, just drive their car width to the bottom and maybe even take up a little bit here. So he's 68 go and cover and go up high. He's going to get bumped a little bit as he comes down. We're going to recover here. We're going to maintain the status quo of the 002 and the 23. They're going to have a run.
Not a good enough run yet. 88's still going to be there. Did you read that right? 22nd season? Yes, 22 seasons. 20 years of sim racing for this series. Started on the consoles back in 2002. Kudos to the league. Would love to pick their brains about league ideas. They only won one televised. And the rest of them are fun leagues that everybody has to get themselves into. That's one of the big things that I've seen with them. That's their own way of doing things. But they're very particular, very picky. Biddy. Bottom side, 19 up there in the mix, because Shishian had that issue earlier. And Sid's Bullet trying to be just as fast, 46 to the bottom side of the 68. And 9 laps to go. It's starting to heat up.
Yeah, John Barton leading this race. John Barton with the Barton Brothers bail bonds on the car. He's going to go high. He's running those front numbers.
Bump. Big bump.
That next gen look.
Oh, yeah. Big bump right there from Ollie. He let him know he was there. Biddy back to the inside.
Yeah, Ollie's a very confident pusher, but I'd be worried here if he's going to be able to line up with him. Looks like the 68th, though, is going to get down to the bottom ahead of the 46 of Nick Biddy. Seems like that top line is going to be stalled out here, and potentially we're going to see the second car in line maybe make a decision here to go up high if they can clear that second lane.
68, 46, 19 is going to be there. 68 trying to control the lane here. Not going to have the run on the high side, so a great job blocking there. Probably about 3 laps too soon, but he made it work. Right now, Terry Brooks trying to make sure that he has some impact here. 1, 2, 3 on the outside, and closing the distance back down. And now an opportunity for the double lot to run this lane again. He's going to be your leader going into turn 1.
Yeah, John Barton on that bottom line, kind of rolling there, sitting in a good position here. You need to make sure that you can kind of get that run to the line. Looks like the top line's a little bit more compact. You're going to have the momentum off the corners and down the back, but that bottom lane is always going to be preferred in the corner. Just kind of running that shorter circumference there as the 002 kind of gets clear as we're going to have a wreck in the back.
Caution's going to come out. Saw that happen, and they're going to have to check up. Do you believe Ollie was your race leader when the caution came out? So we'll see what happens there. But dang, we're going to have a natural 4 laps to go. I do believe 5. Maybe a natural green-white checkered here. When we get back to it here in just a moment. Folks, if you haven't done so, hit that like button for me. You know you want to. On all the platforms, Facebook and the YouTube channel for the No Toad Racing League. And this will be the final simulcast that I'm doing. The MCI Graphics giving you yours. 4th caution of the race. Man. lot of things happened here. Al Corey involved. It looked like there was a whole bunch of things. Here's all man. Oh man. Let's see. What can we do? How can we look at this? 83, 77. 77 went 3 wide. He is 3 wide. 74 is there to the outside. How does this one develop? Will Jester says full send. Let's see what happened. 77 kind of stuck on the rock and a hard spot here. Now it has to be 3 wide. 83 up high. 83 didn't know he was there. Splits the seam. 45. Whoa. Something happened to Al Corey there. I don't know what that was. But there's the wreck in front of him. Hold on. Let's take a look here. Let's back this up. So a lot of drivers who had fast repairs, they're kind of out of the 22. Hold on. Watch this clip. From all the way left. Skadoosh. It did happen. 22 into him. McCuskey right there. Skadoosh right there. Skadoosh right there. Another Skadoosh here. 24 into him. Skadoosh there. 13 gets the Skadoosh. 48 goes low. He misses all that. Nodge able to hold on there, but not there. 74 will gesture into him. Big Skadoosh there. More Skadooshes back there. Skadoosh. And Skadoosh there. Back at it. That's just a lot. You know what?
That's the big one at Daytona.
You know what? Helicopter award coming up for everybody. Everybody gets it. Not just one person. The whole field gets it.
I want to bring attention to Davey Hendricks at the moment. Davey is running the HendricksCars.com because I made a joke that he should have a car that says Hendricks, HENDRICKS apostrophe car as his car, and he said if Larson wins the Xfinity race, I'll run it. And then Ty Gibbs and Byron got into it at the bus stop. They slid off the track. Young Money flies by him, gets the win, and that's why he's running a Chevy this week.
Tell you what, folks, here's the thing about that race. I love that race, by the way. And not just because Kyle Larson won, because some good drivers that are in these packaged cars that run similar to what last year's car did are finding some speed out there to get the practice in to make sure that they have their craft kind of perfected. One of the things and don't get me wrong, I think Ty Gibbs is going to be a phenomenal racer, but I think he got put in his place yesterday. Maybe just a little
definitely.
bit. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but go ahead. Yeah.
And well, you see those races where they, you have a young driver have a shot at the Cup drivers. You think about Chastain and Harvick at Darlington, and people have their opinions about that, whether or not he should have been on his door or whatnot when he was running that 42 car. But you can see people that are ready for those moments in those situations, but also you need to handle those situations appropriately and make sure you don't get into people. And Ty Gibbs did that at Road America. Capitalized, was able to get by Larson there, coming in the final lap there, and passed him very cleanly for the win, and is kind of showing, hey, like he's a Cup Series talent, just like other people that you see running up front in these Xfinity races. But to have those accidents, where those are avoidable, where you just need to kind of back it down and kind of not have your ego get too high, where you're kind of getting angry, you're getting past there, as kind of putting doubts on your maturity for a seat next year, which I do believe he is worthy of that 18 car next year. It's just whether or not he can kind of keep himself under wraps here under the pressure of the playoffs, and if he finds himself in a testy situation. Gibbs
going to 23-11 in 2025. He was going to be one more year in the Xfinity Series, or 2024. Sorry, I think that was announced not too long ago, I believe. We'll see. Oliver makes the pass pretty quickly there. Going to pull the 68, try to control the line. Natural racing line here. 3 laps to go. They're going to get up to speed on lap 1.
Yeah, all he has to make here. He can block him. He's going to get the run here. But, yeah, Terry Brooks did a good job to kind of hold Barton in line. to kind of make sure that that line didn't get out and he got hung out to dry there. He's going to have a bunch of momentum behind him. He's going to have Nick Biddy. Nick Biddy looks a little bit on the inside, but realizes he's going to be out. We see the 42 get loose. He gets sent. It's like Joe David gets in the back of the 96 of Brian Cooper. We have John Barton on the inside.
Slow down. 42. Got to slow it down. It was following the 42. Make sure he didn't come back up the racetrack. 68 out front. 23 is going to be there. Who is going to have this run? Ollie Turn trying to make it work. Right now, 3. Make it 2 laps to go. You're going to need a white flag lap here. That's the big one. Get to the white flag. Let this lap happen. Just let it happen. Set yourself up for success. We've seen a lot of issues in leagues where they've tried to make something happen now, 2 laps to go. You need a white flag to ensure that this race is going to end when you want it to end and not when the racetrack determines it.
Yeah, just got to line yourself up here, get in line. They make a little bit of contact down the back straightaway. They keep it straight. They're getting really, really close here. They get really testy entering the corner here. We're going to enter 3 here, and we're going to be on the way to a white flag, but we need to make sure that we make it through these next couple corners.
68 runs high, pulls Ollie Turn with him. Not going to have the speed. Brooks is going to be there to the bottom. Biddy goes to the bottom as well. How about 3 wide to the line? Side-by-side racing. They need it. They're going to get it. White flag waves for the final lap in the 22nd season for the No-Total Racing League Xfinity Series action in its highest it's been for the final time this season. Can Davey Hendricks get himself from the back to the front? He saved his time. He saved his racing line. He said, I'm good. Who is going to make this one? Can he make it his 9th win? 5 in a row? We're going to see. It's going to happen in the next 2 corners.
Yeah, Davey's going to push the 002 here. Is the 002 going to clear? No, he's going to be even with the 23 here. Davey can pull out and go to the outside of the 002 here, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a shot at the win here. We're going to get really, really bunched up here. Hopefully we don't crash coming to the line. Looks like Terry Brooks is going to be up and close. He's going to be up and going. Oh, we got the wreck coming across the start-finish line. The 46 goes on the wall, but the 023 of Terry Brooks is going to win the race.
Terry Brooks, all he had to do was just hold on to it. AJ Benish finishes in 2nd. And my friend from Iowa, Mr. Brian Cooper, well, I mean, you saw it. You saw it. I mean, he's a Hawkeye fan. And that's a real thing. Terry Brooks going to celebrate here. Well, that's a deserving celebration. Let's kind of ride along right here on Davey Hendricks, because Davey Hendricks does not have a clean car right now. He got sent.
Yeah, he really got sent.
He got sent. And right here, bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Upside down, inside out, and rolling, rolling. I mean, he crossed the finish line. Let's see where he crossed the finish line. Not just in position, but I kind of want to see what. Oh man. Oof. This was a help me Tom Cruise moment, folks. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the virtual digital car of our good friend Davey Hendricks. All right, here's what happened. There's a little course speed. Biddy, little side. I mean, just close quarter racing. 46, 002, trying to get to the 23. 88, up and over. And he's going to finish the race right. I don't know. He's going to have a top 10 over the 68, maybe. And stop. There he is. That's how Davey Hendricks finished this race. Oh, poor guy. Wait, hold on. We're not quite there. Now we're there. That's how he finished the race. Sorry, guys. Oh, I love it. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to Terry Brooks, who's going to be your race winner here. Actually, let's take a look at your race results. Let's do that first, as Terry's going to be celebrating there. Terry Brooks, your race winner. AJ does finish in 2nd. Brian Cooper 3rd. Nick Biddy, Dustin Barton 4th and 5th. John Campbell's Barton, Kashishian, Al Corey, Davey Hendricks top 10. Hey, called it. He does it from his nose. Oliver Turin, Joseph in the 6th, finishes in 12th. Naj, thank you for the sponsor out there for today's race for the No-Total Racing League. He's going to be in 13th. 13th, Benson, 14th, Jester, Piercini, Harris, McCuskey. A lot happening at the end of that one. Let's go down here. Harrison, Goff, Corvo, Dixon, Lawson, That'll be all your drivers there. Much love to you. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic night so far with the Super Speedway Racing. We're going to talk to our race, our racing folks here. Make sure that they're good to go. We're going to stop streaming that because we don't need to stream that now. Let's talk to this guy right here. Terry Brooks gets the race win here. Congratulations. Phenomenal job. Able to defend. All you had to do was just hold a straight line at the very end of that one. They did it all.
It was just trying to get paired up. Worked out great on the inside line. Just hoping to not get turned. And I made it. So it was a great night.
That's what I'm talking about. You had that straight line drive, and I was like, oh, that's all you had to do is just hold on to that steering wheel because it was very close to happening with the guy who was pushing you, getting up into the wall a little bit there too, man. Close, compact racing, able to control the inside lane. What did you think whenever the 68 went high?
I wasn't real sure why he went high. I thought we were going to be able to push really well, and he decided to go high. I'm like, well, that leaves me an opening. And I was just hoping Biddy would keep pushing because Biddy and Barton, or the 68, were doing really well during their push earlier when me and Oliver were trying to push on the outside. And when Barton moved up, I'm like, as long as Nick could come with me, we can run.
You made it work, and unfortunate for Nick that he was collected in that, but it was a fantastic race. Kyle, anything for Terry? You were talking about him. There he is.
Yeah, man. Congrats on the win, man. It's awesome to see you out there and kind of getting that finish. It's a wild finish there at the end. You have a top 5 streak, 5 straight races, topping that off with the first place finish there. But yeah, good job. What were you thinking there coming to the line? I know we had the 68 kind of washing up there and you going underneath, but coming to the white flag there, or coming to the start finish line, what were you thinking? Looking in your rear mirror.
Coming to start finish line, I wasn't real sure what was going on. I knew Oliver was the 68 and Oliver were going to try to be real tight, get the side draft. Not sure exactly how it played out because I was like, I just have to hit my mark, make sure nobody turns me. I was more focused on the push behind to make sure I didn't get turned because that's the worst, to be leading a race and end up ninth.
Well, it kind of happened to Hendricks. He was a big, strong push for third and fourth right there. He end over ends, finishes in 10th, and can go in the blink of an eye. So, Terry, you did a phenomenal job winning the last race of the season here. What do you look forward to when it comes to the next race? Because this one was good.
Just look to keep improving. Running with this group of guys really makes it difficult to get a win. We've been right there close. Well, I can't say close. Davey's been far and ahead of everybody else. But in that second, third spot, top 5, you're running with the group of guys to get the win. Would like to get a win on a non-plate track. Mm-hmm. But we'll just have to wait and see what next season brings.
I think it's going to be fun. Terry, congratulations. Give your shout outs out there, my friend. You guys have really, really delivered on the final race of the season today, and we love seeing it. So give your shout outs, my friend.
First, I'd like to thank NTRL for putting on the league. Thank y'all for the broadcast. Y'all do a phenomenal job in the booth. Make it very exciting to come back and watch the replays. I'd like to thank ASC Services and Supply. They sponsor me in all my endeavors this year. I'd like to thank my wife, family, for all the time I'm away to be able to run these races, and just all the guys I race with. It's a great group of guys. I'd like to thank Discord for the guys that we get to chat with personally, and it kind of helps keep everything calm and strategies and things like that. And just a great season, and wish everybody well in the next one. Y'all have a good night.
I'm going to be excited to see it. My man, congratulations. I'm a fan, and we'll see what you guys do in the next season.
Thank you very much.
Always Terry Brooks, your race winner there. AJ does himself some justice here. Mr. Number 7 coming home second. Tell me about this one, AJ, because you were there And all of a sudden, you were there.
Yeah, we were going, and then things happened, and I got a little bump and sent down to the left, and I saved it, and then was like, well, I gotta go through the grass, and I'm like, might as well take the shortest path through it to the start finish line now, and just barely got Cooper. So it was unexpected to be able to make it through the grass and still take second. So.
Well, we always tell everybody, super speedways or not, you want to make sure that you you don't try to pass below the line. But if you get sent below the line, that's a different story. You just hold on. Everybody was reckoning behind you anyway, so I mean there was nothing you could do about that one.
I was laughing about that with some of the guys in the chat. I was like, I'm just waiting for someone to protest that I passed people below the yellow line, and I'm like, considering I got hit down there, I think I'm good, but technically the grass is below it.
Yeah, I think you got sent down there. I think that was what was going on. And you know what? Let's go back and we can look at it. We got the capabilities. Here it is, right? There's a 7. Watch this. Boom. He got sent. Nothing he could have done about it.
Yeah, it's not a Denny Hamlin situation at Dega.
He got sent so hard he had to go through pit road. He almost got DQ'd for that, but the race was over, so he couldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Ooh, man. That is insane. All right, yeah, no, he got sent there, so P2 looks good for me, from my point of view.
Yeah. If we didn't have the yellow line rule, might have to send that down that path a little more often just to avoid all those wrecks.
If it didn't make it illegal in iRacing, it'd be awesome. AJ, fantastic season. I know that you guys have been working on the craft, 12 race seasons, kind of look at switching things up, making things happen, and no doubt moving forward, you're going to be. We're going to see you try to be impactful again. I know super speedway races are kind of anybody's crapshoot, but we've watched the season kind of progress and watched what you guys have been able to do. What are your plans moving into season 23?
Hopefully, be there more often. I think this season I missed a bunch of races for various things. So hopefully, be able to make a lot more races. Hopefully sit kind of top 5-ish. Hopefully have Vegas so I can try to, fuel save my way to win a third time and see how late caution come out. But it's my proposal. Vegas on the schedule, make it happen. So it's my piece.
He's like, I just want that one track. Everything else we're good. Vegas is
just
mine.
Vegas. Vegas only.
12 races of Vegas. One backwards.
I'm fine with this.
Love it. Kyle, anything for AJ here?
Yeah, man, just a good job there, doing some tire dipping there at the end. You did a good job. It's your you got a podium actually at Michigan, which didn't have a broadcast, but I guess you're making up for that, getting back up in here and getting an interview. So good job tonight, man, and hope to see you out there next season.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, that was my bad. On Michigan, it was my bad. Not much I could do about it. So sorry. Anyway, we've been able to make it work. AJ, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you, my man. Give your shout outs out there. You've got friends, family, and a whole bunch of people that no doubt will be putting your face to this once again once you guys get back to it.
Yeah, shout out to my wife for putting up with me racing all the time and may or may not building a rig and all of that stuff. So big shout out to her for the time and not killing me when I spend money on it.
That's what I like to hear. The wife
Another
is the
AJ
most
in
important.
second place.
That's right. That's right. I like it. AJ, I look forward to your next win. That way,
First
so that no. You've won. You've had to have won on iRacing before, right?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't count. It's not No Toad.
Oh well,
No Xfinity.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You get your first win here, it's going to pay for itself. That's my goal. Just it's. I promise. From Signature Esports over here that whatever he is spending his money on is going to pay for itself.
If we race Vegas enough times, I can finally get one of them. It's my line.
Right. AJ, I'm trying to have your back here. That's it. Just trying to have your back. Okay. I've got thousands of dollars wrapped up into everything I've got going on here, so I completely understand. My man, much love to you. I appreciate you. We'll see you. We'll see you in the next series.
Thank you.
Always. AJ having a great time here. We're going to talk to Brian Cooper, my neighbor to the north, a little Iowa Hawkeye fan. He's going to be your P3 finisher today. And I thought you were out of this race at one point because of some of the contact that happened. And then you go and you throw a surprise. I'm still here.
Yeah, managed to do my new favorite trick from this season and sped in the pits and had a 40-second hold from that. And then got to burn my fast repair because, all I got to do is start working up toward the top 10 in Iraq. This is a surprise and equally good surprise that AJ beat me in the grass high-speed lawn mowing.
Yeah, he got sent down there. You got sent all the way around too. I was watching that penalty. I was going to ask you about that. Was that under caution or was that when you guys were coming in for your green flag pit stops?
It's green flag stops. I was coming out to meet Dustin Barton and was watching it. I've got extra stuff here even that I should be the last person that speeds on pit road, but here we are. And so I actually saw the last segment right before the cone. I hit 62 miles an hour. And I'm like, I was a little slow. And as soon as I crossed the line, it popped up with a black flag.
Oh, no. That last segment will do it. First segment, everybody was like, all right, I'm on the brakes. I'm getting there. You either get sideways or you get that perfect entrance. If you hit that last little goose, you can get yourself into a bad situation. I've seen it time and time again. I've done it myself. So, but no, you were fast early. We watched some great racing, but something I haven't asked any of the other drivers, something I do want to ask you, the cars, I know that they were light, but as they started progressing with that fuel, with that how light the cars are not normally. These are heavy cars. I mean, one of the heaviest cars on the circuit, heavier than the trucks and heavier than the next gen cars. But the package that was with this, did it feel like it was starting to really free up in dirty air after about 10 laps?
Yeah, I went a couple of times just messing around to kind of learn, and especially if you were up second, maybe third lane and try to turn back towards the bottom lane, mainly on the entry, it would definitely step the right rear out. I only changed tires once, and it was 97. The other three were still at 99. So I mean, it wasn't a huge issue, but you could make it slide just a little bit.
That was all about the weight of the vehicle. Tires, you can change tires and get some extra grip, but it's not much. But the weight of the car plays a big difference. Brian Hunt, thank you for the link out there. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Brian Cooper is the one in here, though. And he has got the Iowa Hawkeyes. Okay, I went to UNC. I live in Missouri, right? I live at the Lake of the Ozarks. If you are up in Iowa, you've probably heard of the Lake of the Ozarks. And so I get to root for Iowa over Mizzou, which is awesome. But I got to root for UNC over Iowa. So, how long you been an Iowa fan? Did you go to Iowa? I have to ask.
No, I actually we're only about an hour and a half south of that. My high school, one of the teachers, his son was the quarterback here a couple years ago, and so I'll just let everybody figure that one out, on their own. And so I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan and had sent out to ask for permission to use logos and stuff. Iowa was absolutely, here it is. They sent me fonts and everything. And I was like, man, that's super cool. KC turned me down. I'd always kind of given my teacher a hard time. I was like, oh, when's your boy going to go try out for the Chiefs? But instead Stanzi went and did it. And I was like, oh, that's cool, And so, always knew about them, always kind of picked it up, but they were just awesome about it. So I just kind of made a fleet of cars and suits and helmets and stuff. And figured we'll throw some black and gold out there.
I like it. KC is, of course, here. I'm not a Chiefs fan. I grew up a Rams fan my entire life. So, not that I like, if I had to root for the Chiefs over the Bears, I'd root for the Chiefs, just kind of depends on the situation. Depends on what bar I'm sitting in.
Oh yeah.
I live in Missouri.
Absolutely.
I live in Missouri. I'm a Cardinal fan through and through. People, rule. It depends on what part of the state you're in that you do all that stuff. But no, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Iowa's, not only their program, their football program, their basketball program, And I'm also a huge fan of their engineering department and their engineering programs that they have up at Iowa. Some of the best in the top tiers in the nation. So, folks, if you are sending your kids to school anywhere, try UNC first. No, North Carolina with Tar Heel. I have to do it. Now, if you medical, go to UNC or Duke, and then I highly recommend the engineering department or the Iowa has a new law. What's it there? They're doing it's one of those like higher end paralegal segments that my niece is going through, and she's absolutely thrilled about it. So anyway, I'm talking about college, and we should be talking about Brian. Give your shout outs, man. Congrats on a P3 finish here today.
I appreciate it. I had every intention of trying to shove Benson back up front. You know, he kind of plays Dale Jr. with these races, and the bottom line kept kind of stacking up, and I'm not real sure why. Most of the race was half and 3/4 throttle, but it was like 6 to go. So, I mean, you know, I'm riding a lot closer to him than I would have. He come back, and I mean, I literally didn't have time to lift. I didn't, nothing, and off he went. So, I mean, I dumped him. That was totally on me. Then the end of it, I don't know if you guys watched the replay from my cockpit, but the seas parted and there was nothing but a black car sitting in front of me at the end of it. It was theatrical.
Didn't watch it. Now I gotta watch it. Hold on, we're watching it. We got time. Cooper cockpit. Here's a look at it right here. Boom, 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 boom. Hey.
Yeah, just everybody's gone, and I'm like, hey, where am I? Did I just win this thing? I thought I just flat stole one. And then I was like, I don't know who this is. Is he a lap down? You know, what's going on? But yeah, but it was a disappearing act.
And then you look to the left of you, and there's a car that's also ahead of you.
Right. I guess we should have probably looked at that. Abraham, thank you for the like out there. I tell you what, man. It was an interesting end to the race. We watched Davey Hendricks finish inside the top 10 for the 11th of 12 races that he's been in here. But he did so on his nose, and then we watched. Yeah, that was a good one. C's part. That's pretty awesome. But Kyle, anything for Brian before he finishes up this segment? We talk to our champion.
Yeah, that's your first top 5 of the year. Congrats, getting on the podium, getting to talk with us. I think you've been in a broadcast booth once or twice, so you know what's up. But yeah, do you think you're secure in that yellow Hawkeyes rather than the black and yellow Hawkeyes? You're just going straight yellow for trying to get those podiums every week?
Well, you know, the white scheme, the away scheme, is the nighttime scheme, and kind of just being funny. I said, you know, hopefully higher visibility, and I can live to the end of one of these things instead of being flying over the pack upside down, and it worked. So, yeah, we may see this paint scheme again.
The Super Speedway Special.
It might be that there may be something to that. Might have to make some more yellow cars.
There you go. I like it.
Thanks. You guys have done excellent all season. Appreciate you. Glad to have you back.
Yeah, I'm always thrilled to be able to get out here and call these races, and because of all you folks out there, I have you all to thank for you know, Facebook doing what they did to me, and that was amazing, you know, and you know, it's being able to call races like this and meet fine folks, to be able to have some fun with it and enjoy what we do, and I know that you were filling the shoes there, and you were doing a heck of a job, and seeing what the YouTube channel's been able to do, and it's just crazy. It's very crazy to see, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, well, we got that one taste, and then, you know, it was gone, and we're like, man, you know, so they, you know, it's big shoes to try and fill, so it was nothing other than just trying to be a placeholder. But and then, you know, got Kyle come in and learned and got real good real fast. So that was extremely cool to have him, you know, stay in the booth with you. Which, you know, not detracting from you in any way, but that's cool to have that secondary that's as good as Kyle is too.
Kyle asked for a lot of pointers really quickly, and we gave it to him straight ahead, and I kind of threw him to the wolves and said, all right, you really have to fill the shoes, and we'd have conversations afterwards. And not only that, but he's kind of filled in on Wednesday nights with me too, so it's kind of nice to have that second, because, you know, when you broadcast 8 days a week, when you do, you know, 2 hours of straight nothing but talking, it's very nice to I'd say 8 races a week, seven days a week. So It's really nice to be able to do that. But Ryan, what are your plans going forward? I mean, you got to come out here and try to win a championship, right?
Well, I was looking with drop weeks and stuff. I don't know, but I was thinking there was an outside shot. If I could finish ahead of Biddy, I might be able to pull off a top 10 with points. Then, I mean, very last second, but managed to get, beat him to the line. So I don't know if that'll, drop week and stuff, but that'd be pretty cool. And we'll just see what next season brings, and get some new equipment learned, and see if we can speed up a little bit.
Tell you what, it was an absolute blessing. Any more shout outs besides Iowa?
No. Thank you guys. Thanks Sarge and Raptor, and everybody that does. There's a lot of hands that do a lot of work in the No Toad Racing League, and they make it a lot of fun. It's a fast group. It's really hard to win. I mean, most of the time it's hard to get midway through the pack. It's a bunch of good guys. It's a fun group. So if anybody's looking for something to do on Monday nights or Sunday nights or Thursdays, stop in and see us. We'll turn in circles with you.
We like turning in circles. That is Brian Cooper, the number 96, having a ton of fun and enjoying himself. Brian, I look forward to seeing you guys in the future, my man.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Always. That's the man. All right. Last but not least, the man of the hour, the guy, the one, the only, season 22, No Toad Racing League champion, Mr. That's not it. Davey Hendricks. There he is.
Hey, guys.
Well, you made it look easy, except for at the very end there. It looked like your nose was hurting.
Oh, everything was hurting. I'm dizzy. I mean, I race in VR and I have a motion simulator, so I got shook pretty good.
I was
last little top spin.
I was going to make that joke where I was like, well, hopefully he's not in a motion rig, because that would have thrown you, but never mind.
Yep, no, it shook the crap out of me. Luckily, I toned it down for super speedway races compared to everywhere else we go, because this is the track that I might actually get sent into space and tumble. So I didn't put holes in the wall or anything.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, that one was it was difficult to watch there. I was like, fourth, he's Kyle was calling it as if it was going to be a good push from the outside. Terry, of course, had that kind of line on the inside. You had the 86 in front of you. The race looked like it was going to run double file, and then all of a sudden, ping pong and skadoosh. That's what I'm going to call that one.
Yeah, there was some movement. I don't know. I felt like the low line came up some. There was some net code in it, but I felt like we would have made contact regardless. But at least it wasn't like a deal like I had to win this race to win the championship or anything. So getting wrecked wasn't as heartbreaking.
Well, I tell you what, you got 8 wins this season. We were looking for 5 in a row, I think. Kyle, that was what we were looking for, right?
Yep.
So he's looking at 5. We were looking at 5 in a row to cap off the season. When you drop back very early, we were talking about it very early on. I was like, Davey just wants a clean car for the finish here. That's all he wants. He doesn't have to do much here. And this one is about this race is about bragging rights. So anybody else that can get up there and take this one away, they're gonna do so. And you kind of proved the point there. Towards the end of the race, you started slowly making your way up there. Cautions, of course, kind of packs people together. But you were doing that under green flag cycles.
Yeah, I after that one, we had that one run. We had that I think we had one green flag pit stop, but I came out of that in the lead pack sitting, I think 7th or 8th, and I was just chilling, just following the pack, trying not to get caught up in anybody's stuff, and it worked for a long time. Avoided all the single car wrecks, didn't get taken out. Really wanted that pretty car for a screenshot at the end, but no, I feel like that's always my plan when it comes to a race like this. Ride in the back, avoid other people's problems, and with a maybe 10 to go, 15 to go, I'll try and make my way up front. And I mean, it worked out.
Well, you're gonna have a screenshot. You're gonna have a screenshot. It's
just not the one I was planning on.
It's interesting. It really. I had to go back and take a look at where you finished the race. I know you finished in 10th, but I wanted to see how you finished the race in 10th. And you were
Upside
on,
down and on fire.
yeah, pretty much. That was a help me Tom Cruise moment. Kyle, you know Davey, you know him better than I do. What you got for him? Because he just rock and rolled through this season.
Yeah, man, you out of the 10 races out of the 12 that are going to get counted, you finished in the top 5 in all of them except for 2, I believe. So, very, very dominant season for the races that get counted with the drop weeks. You did an amazing job this year, and yeah, maybe not the best finish you wanted there, but you know it's a super speedway race. You kind of expect anything to happen there at the end, but yeah, just a fantastic season for you, and hopefully you get some competition for next year that can come out the woodworks. Maybe see some Skylar Carnes come out, have the two of y'all beating and banging across the line every once in a while, and give us a really good show here for next season.
I'm sure we'll get 2 or 3 drivers who have past champions who took the season off for one reason or another. I think I've heard a couple names coming back this next one that may we could have some good races up front. I think the only you said I only finished outside the top 5 twice, and lo and behold, they were both super speedway races. I guess I don't have a look at these tracks because this is where I tend to get wrecked on that last lap.
Tell you what, maybe now you just kind of full send.
Full send from the start.
That's
Because
right.
apparently, waiting didn't get me anything, so might as well just go tear it up earlier.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. I called it because you didn't have to put yourself in any kind of situation there. That's what I was like. He's good. He doesn't have to do anything here. But Davey, always a pleasure, man. I know we've talked to you quite a bit since coming on board here. But it's been a pleasure to watch the progress here and to root for other drivers to beat you, but it hasn't happened. Which is quite all right.
Anybody but Davey.
No. Now I'm going to be like, all right, well, Davey you have 8 right now this season, right? So now you've got 9 to get next season.
We had a race a couple years ago that actually, it was a different league, but a bunch of the guys here were in that one at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We had a race that I had been on a streak and won a couple in a row, and like half the field show up in a paint scheme that said anybody but Davey on it, and it had my name and number with X's through it everywhere. It was great. Still one of my favorite races. The bad part for them is that I actually won that race, so it was just like it's still probably one of my favorite wins.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I think Gary joked at Richmond, I think, that if I won, we were going to bring that paint scheme back. And I was very thankful I didn't, because I did not want to see that scheme in the whole field.
It was the only race he didn't win.
There were a couple more.
Well, yeah, but you did that. He didn't quote unquote do that on purpose, folks.
I wish I had not. I wish you were right.
Yeah, Ollie said congratulations. Chat's out there congratulating you on the championship here, of course. Season 22 champion, 20 years of sim racing for the No Toad Racing League, and you get to be the 22nd champion. And no doubt searching for some more and some more competition. But Davey, first and foremost, congratulations from all of us over here at Signature Esports, and of course all of the folks that we love to have champions, because that means that that a chapter has closed and another one's going to open to see where that's gonna ride and where it's gonna push the boundaries, and you've done so today, and you've done so in a fine form and fashion. Give your shout outs, my man. It is your time.
Oh, gotta thank everyone who showed up all year long. Yeah, I felt like we lost a couple drivers here and there, but we had great field sizes the whole year. Ollie, Terry for always being in Discord with me and let me have someone to talk to. I think AJ had popped in there tonight to chill out with us. All the admins that put this on, Gary, Rafter, Naj, the whole 9 yards. They do a great job. I enjoy it here. It's a good group. It's pretty much drama free. I mean, it's not often I hear people arguing and bickering in chat like I see in a lot of other places. You guys up in the booth, I appreciate y'all putting this on. Kyle, you give up your time instead of racing with us. You do this, so I appreciate it. It's nice to go back and watch these on Mondays and Tuesdays and whatnot. Everyone watching at home, and I think that's it.
Oh, it's always a fantastic day. Congratulations, Davey. What a day. Kyle, you give your congratulations. I know you've got some there too.
Yeah, congrats, Davey, winning the Xfinity Championship. I'm going to actually move away from Davey and actually congratulate Brad Kress, who won our 1987 series. mathematically clinched it with 2 races remaining with the drop weeks. We were keeping track of the math throughout the year, so I'm able to announce that. I'm running for the ARCA championship. I don't think I'm mathematically there, but I might pull the ARCA championship tomorrow at Homestead. We have our finale tomorrow for the ARCA series at Homestead, and then we have the Tuesday. The 87s go to Charlotte, the old Charlotte, for the for 140 laps, and yeah, that's going to be a big ball there at the end. Just not a fight for the championship, but a good, long, hard race for us to kind of uh, go out and try. We did this a couple years ago, and it was a fantastic race. But yeah, shout out to everyone else who's competed this year, and congratulations to Terry Brooks for getting the dub tonight. And yeah, shout out to Signature for kind of keep doing these broadcasts and doing a good job live. Like you said, for 8 races, 7 days a week. So you're working hard out here, and yeah, I just hope everyone has a good rest of your week, and hope you all win whatever leagues you're in, and have a good rest of your seasons.
Now, Kyle's going to be with me on Wednesday, though. We're going to make sure Kyle sticks around for Winston, and we'll figure out what's going on with the No Toad Racing League. We have to have those conversations, which we always love to have and hate to have it at the same time. But big special thank you to the No Toad Racing League as well. Kyle, thank you very much for joining me in the broadcast. But, baby, I'm going to let you go, my man. Congratulations, of course, and always. I look forward to seeing more. I will get some screenshots and stuff taken care of for you. We'll post it on Facebook for you, okay?
Sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Always, that's the man. He's going to do his own self some justice and does a great job. Kyle, I appreciate you as well. And he did, folks. Kyle picked this up a lot more quickly than you would ever imagine. We kind of threw him into the mix with me. He does his research, and he's probably one of the guys that for somebody who has never put himself in that situation to be that color commentator with somebody as a me, this kind of just goes. He has done a phenomenal job all season long. So I'll think all right.
I've actually been like struggling a little bit on the 1.5 miles, so I don't know what it is with the ARCA car, but yeah, I won the Richmond race last weekend, which was the most important one because it's the home track. So glad to get that. Just gonna go out tomorrow, have some fun, and maybe get a win, maybe not. Doesn't really matter.
Where are you at tomorrow again?
Homestead.
Homestead.
The proper finale.
I don't have. I know, right? I know. That or Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, old Atlanta.
Old Atlanta. Yeah, not new Atlanta. They ran Old Atlanta today. It was such a good race. Anywho, I don't know. I may have to kind of spectate that one. It might be a good race to watch. Anywho, good luck tomorrow on that one. I want to make sure you do that. Folks, we have racing on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll be back on Fridays here very shortly. Things are changing around schedule-wise. Again, thank you to each and every one of you out there. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe on the No Toad Racing League YouTube page to keep up to date on what's going to happen there. Because, folks, I want to make sure that you know this. Regardless if I am their commentator or not, they're going to have somebody, they're going to have all of this stuff, all this information right there on their YouTube channel. Also follow them on their social media accounts. I want you to do that. Please, oh please, hit the link tree for my stuff out there as well. Shortening up the race descriptions, kind of nice. Thank God, I finally found that. That was amazing. We are working on making sure that everything is kind of tied together and buttoned up. Thank you to each and every one of you for doing what you do best out there and being the best nation, and that's the Warrior Nation here for Signature Esports. Thank you to my sponsors, of course, out there. Thank you to MCI Graphics on Trading Paints. Thank you to Skokie Esports. Thank you to all of the leagues, the No Toad Racing League, Chop Shop Racing League, Goat Racing League, the Winston Throwback Series, which you can catch myself and Kyle. Kyle's got something special coming his way. We want to make sure that he's taken care of. So folks, get out there and hit all those links, buy merch, do all that stuff. Cause I want to make sure that Kyle gets something special out of all this too. Cause we want to make sure that he can forward this as an opportunity. Thank you to the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. Thank you to Track Racers. Thank you to Admin Box. Thank you to Sonic Racing Chassis. Thank you to everybody that's ever been an impact into Signature Esports. It is absolutely phenomenal. Big special thank you to all the old SC drivers as well. Those folks have really picked up what they're doing, and it's great to see what everybody has been able to accomplish on iRacing. But more importantly, thank each and every one of you for tuning in each and every week. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And as always, congratulations to David Hendricks on the 22nd season here in 2022 for the No Toad Racing League Championship. They will be back with some more action very soon. Congratulations to all the folks out there for running their races as clean as they can. And folks, if I don't see you here, I'll see you on the racetrack. I will definitely see you Tuesday. Much love.